Today's the first day of summer, and life's too short for a day without fun. So whether you are at the beach or traveling for a vacation, you can get a thrill wherever you need it with Slotomania, the world's #1 free slots game. Slotomania is a unique gaming experience with really beautiful graphics, huge jackpots, and fun freebies. New features are added daily, including fun mini-games and your very own pet cheetah, Aurora. So cute. If you're 21 or older, you can join millions of players around the world. Download Slotomania, the #1 free slots game on the App Store or Google Play Store, and get 1 million free coins. That's Slotomania on the App Store or Google Play Store for 1 million free coins. Hi, I'm Steffany Strange. Want to hear something scary? Sprinkles, the killer clown. Clowns are meant to be fun and entertaining, bringing laughter and joy, especially to children. But sometimes, underneath that face paint lies more than you realize. Just like in this story based on the Kentucky urban legend. I had never planned to move back to Kentucky, but after my mom passed away, I took my son Tyler through the Appalachian Mountains and headed back to my childhood home. Lots of things creep me out about Kentucky, especially the legend of Sprinkles, the killer clown. In 1973, a caravan of circus performers were making its way across the mountains when a bad storm set in. The icy roads finally got the better of the caravan, and the cars piled up on the side of the road. Many died at the scene, and one of those vehicles, carrying 5 clowns, wasn't discovered for days. Finally, the police found 3 remaining clowns who had survived and revealed the fate of the rest of their party from the wreck. And it was pretty grim. A clown known as Sprinkles, who was not part of the group, had kept them tied up like hostages. Sprinkles forced the hostages to eat the dead performers from the wreck and said that he had planned on eating them too if he couldn't keep his hunger down. It wasn't until one of the victims got his hands free that he was able to untie the others. Years later, pictures taken on a trail cam in eastern Kentucky showed Sprinkles very much alive. Although photos were shown all over the news, he was never caught. The story had terrified me as a kid, and I was lost in thought when the sounds of the ice cream truck jolted me back to reality. We headed over to where it had stopped, and wouldn't you know it, the driver was a damn clown. My stomach clenched. His smile was wide as we approached him. And I didn't know if it was paranoia, but I swear he was staring directly at my son. Tyler seemed a bit surprised, but went about ordering his cone with chocolate sprinkles.
"Great choice, kid,"
said the clown, then looked over at me. I started taking my wallet out, but he waved his hand.
"No charge today. Just delicious ice cream. Bye now."
He waved his goodbyes and drove off. I was left feeling slightly confused. Despite his creepy appearance, the clown was surprisingly polite. The next day, the ice cream truck returned, blasting the same music from its speakers.
"Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream."
The same line repeated over and over again. I still didn't really like the idea of Tyler heading out by the truck alone, so I walked out with him. The clown waved at us, as he had done so on the previous day, and handed Tyler a chocolate cone with sprinkles. This time, he looked over at me and said $3.50. I laughed at first, since yesterday he said it was free. But then he told me that was only for new customers. Damn it, I thought to myself. I'd left my wallet inside the house. I took a deep breath, and with one eye on Tyler, I hurried back in and grabbed a $5 bill and raced outside. He handed me the change and drove off.
"See you tomorrow, kid,"
he called out. The next day, at the same time, I heard the familiar song. This continued every day for weeks, and then months, and each time after buying an ice cream and chatting with the guy, I thought maybe, just maybe, I could trust this particular clown after all.
"The usual?"
he asked Tyler, who'd nod, licking his lips while I paid. Then he'd drive off with his music blaring. On the last day of Tyler's summer break from school, I was watching TV when I heard the familiar song. Tyler came running down the stairs. My program was interrupted with a breaking story. I told Tyler to grab my wallet and go get ice cream by himself today. Tyler jumped for joy as he grabbed the money and ran outside. The newscaster mentioned that over the past few months, kids have started to go missing, and witnesses are saying that a clown has targeted kids who were alone and pulled them into his truck. A picture popped up on the screen of a clown that looked familiar, same wig and costume. My heart skipped a beat. It was Sprinkles, the killer clown. "Tyler!" I screamed as I jumped from the couch and ran outside. Grabbing my keys between my fingers, I saw Tyler reaching out for his ice cream. "Tyler, get away!" I shouted. The clown dropped the ice cream, and in seconds I reached the truck and swung my hand holding the keys, stabbing him in the eye. He fell to the ground screaming, blood pouring down his face. I knew he was a child killer and a cannibal. I was glad I had stopped him. Grabbing Tyler, we locked ourselves inside and waited for the police to arrive. As I held Tyler close, I explained what I'd seen on the news. I turned up the volume to show him, and that's when the news anchor announced that the police had caught the guy who had been snatching children and he was now in custody. But if they caught that guy, then what had I done? Tyler looked at me with real fear in his eyes, only this time the fear was directed at me. I had just attacked an innocent man because of a costume he was wearing, because of a conditioning I'd been exposed to that all clowns were dangerous. As these sirens approached our house, I couldn't help but wonder, if the real Sprinkles had been caught, was I now the monster? Hi, I'm Steffany, and I recently started playing June's Journey, and I have to say I love it. I have always fancied myself as a detective of all sorts. I like looking into whodunits, and I'm the person who jumps ahead to the end of the book or fast forward to the end of the movie because I have to know how it turned out. If you're like me, then you'll also love June's Journey. You play the game as June Parker, an amateur detective investigating a series of mysteries. There are twists and turns around every corner. You'll put your powers of observation to the test and enjoy the thrill of solving the case. I also really love playing June's Journey on mobile when I'm just chilling out or need a mental pick-me-up. So sit back, relax, and let your inner Sherlock escape to the glamorous roaring 20s. And with new chapters every week, there's always a new case waiting to be cracked. There is a detective in all of us. Find your inner detective and download June's Journey free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. Today's the first day of summer, and life's too short for a day without fun. So whether you are at the beach or traveling for a vacation, you can get a thrill wherever you need it with Slotomania, the world's #1 free slots game. Slotomania is a unique gaming experience with really beautiful graphics, huge jackpots, and fun freebies. And that's the rush you feel when you win a big jackpot, which is awesome. Get 1 million free coins when you download Slotomania to kickstart the fun. New features are added daily, including fun mini-games and your very own pet cheetah, Aurora. So cute. When your day is feeling stale, just ask, what will today spin? If you're 21 or older, you can join millions of players around the world. Download Slotomania, the #1 free slots game on the App Store or Google Play Store, and get 1 million free coins. That's Slotomania on the App Store or Google Play Store for 1 million free coins. If you would like to submit a story, send me an email at somethingscary@snarled.com. Like and share this video if it gave you the chills. And don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. And if you dare, follow me on social media. Until next time, sweet dreams.